Hello there, it's Adam with webstarts.com, and today I am going to demonstrate the power of the WebStarts editor to build a website for a Portland locksmith. And this is my final product. You can see that I have a home, about, and contact page with a contact form. Nothing overly complex. Of course, you can build out your website with WebStarts as much as you'd like or as little as you'd like. So let me go ahead and get started showing you how I did this step by step. The first thing I want to bring up is webstarts.com, and from there you can go ahead and sign up for a free account. Now, if you've already created an account, of course, you can just log in. Feel free to enter in your phone number right there and hit sign up. Now, I chose this design to work with, so I'm going to select that from the design options. And I'm going to choose a subdomain name for my website here. This will be adamlocksmith1.webstarts.com. I recommend that you go ahead and click here to choose a custom domain name. That would be like portlandlocksmith.com. And in order to do that, you'll have to upgrade to one of our paid accounts. But if you just want to give us a try before you go ahead and upgrade, just choose a subdomain name for free and click continue. So now I'm into the WebStarts dashboard, and I'll need to click on the edit website icon to go ahead and start editing my pages. Now we've got a helpful little getting started video that slides down. You can click on that if you want to watch that. But being that you're watching this video, I'm going to pretend that this is the video that's going to help you with this today. And you can see here we also have our featured apps panel. That's just to familiarize you with some of the great features included with WebStarts. I'm going to close that panel, however, just so I can get a little bit more screen space and show you exactly how I created that Portland locksmith design. So the first thing that I did was I simply deleted the image that was already in the pre-designed theme, and I did that by clicking on it and then just pressing the delete key. The next thing that I did was I uploaded by clicking on my image upload right there and clicking upload files from your computer. I uploaded my file from my photo of the Portland backdrop, excuse me. And let's see if I can find that on my computer. There it is, little Portland JPG. You may be prompted at times when you upload very large photos to resize them. I'm going to click no, I don't want to resize it. I want it to be in all its original glory. So now the photo is uploaded to my WebStarts file manager, and I can now use it all over my website if I'd like. I'm going to cancel to close out of that window, and I'm going to move over to the File tab, and I'm going to slide down to Background and choose Image because I'm going to set that photo of the Portland cityscape as my background image. Now, with the full screen background image option right here selected, and with the Portland background selected, I click Apply, and you can see that the backdrop is applied to my entire website, or the image is applied as the background to my website. The next thing that I did was I just moved this menu down a little bit, and I did that by holding Shift and pressing down with the arrow key, and I created a little bit of space by hitting that about 5 times. And then I clicked on this box that's behind my menu, and I did the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess it was 6 times. I moved it down just like that. Then I can change the opacity of that box or the color of it. The opacity just means the transparency level. That's actually my menu. Let me click on that box and I'll show you what you can do with it. Just move this menu out of the way a little bit and get the box, but oops, there we go. I can choose to make that black, and that's what I did for the Portland locksmith website. I can choose to widen that background or that box in the background just like so. And now you can see it's the entire width of my page. And I wanted to make this black too, so I clicked on it. I chose black. I left the opacity somewhat like that. And I wanted to move this box, this text, all this down a little bit. So I hit Shift and down arrow just like that once again to create a little bit of space here. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is add a text box because I want to put that part at the top that says Portland Locksmith, and I want to also add my phone number. The Portland Locksmith or the text box can be added by clicking on this little T icon, and then you place the text where you'd like it to appear on the page. You can then highlight the text and Portland Locksmith. I'm going to go ahead and type that, and then I'm going to change the size by highlighting that and choosing it from the drop-down menu. You can also change your font style at any time. So I want to make this a little different. I'm going to make it Calibri, which is a font style. And I'm also going to I'm going to click on this little cog to add a little text shadow. It's hard to see there, but it's just a little shadowing. If I fill in this box, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. It's that little black shadow on the white text. Very subtle, but adds a nice little touch to my website. That's under the advanced toolbar. I close that out and get that out of my way. The next thing that I do is I select my Portland Locksmith text box and I click copy, and then I click paste. And what that will do is make a copy, as you can see there, of my exact text. Now I'm going to hold my Shift key and press my right arrow key until that's all the way on the right side of my page, and then I'm going to select the text and write over it with the phone number that I want to use. From there I can go ahead and push this over just like that, and that looks real nice. Now one thing I like to do along the way is save my changes, just to ensure that I don't lose my work if my computer gets unplugged or something like that. So feel free to click save at any time, and whenever you save, you can view what you saved by clicking the View Site button. You can see there that's exactly how far I've gotten in the design process. So the next thing I wanted to do was add the text in the middle there that says you know, what we do, a little bit about what we do and that sort of thing. So I'm going to click on that Portland Locksmith text again, click copy and paste, and once again I have a new text box with the same content, and I'm going to go ahead and expand this text box as wide as my page. I'm going to click on format and then click center, and that's going to put my text directly in the center of my page. Now for the purpose of this video, what I've done is I've already copied the text that I'm going to use to my clipboard, and I'm going to click on this Portland Locksmith, and I'm actually going to paste, right click with my mouse and choose paste, and then again I'm going to paste it into this little text window, and what that's going to do is give me that real nice text that I want to appear on my site. Okay, from here what I'll do is I want to make this little contact information at the bottom of my page pop a little more, so I'm going to change that gray text to white, and then I'm also just going to go ahead and delete that says home, and I'm going to just readjust that text a little bit by holding down the Shift key and the down arrow key, and then I'm going to also nudge that over 10 pixels or 20 pixels to the right by holding the Shift key and pressing the right arrow key. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add these little backdrops to help my text stand out from the page a little bit, because you can see it can get a little busy with all that light from the city. So I'm going to click on this box tool right here. I'm going to drag that down, and notice my little guidelines really help me center up my content. Like, see that pink line helps me know where the exact center is. I'm going to make that box black, and then I'm going to try to match the opacity with that section below. Now the box that I added has a little border, so I'm going to click on this border tool, and then I'm going to click the no border option and click OK just to get rid of that. And then lastly, I'm going to add my text on top of that by clicking another text box, and I'm going to change the text from black to white so I can see it right on top of there. And now I'm going to go ahead and type some of my content. and I'm going to call this automotive services, and actually I'm going to paste it right in there, the content from my clipboard. Oops, forgot to grab that content, so I'm going to go over to my finished website, grab that content real quick, and I'm going to paste that right in the field provided, and I'll click insert, and you'll see that I'll have a little text box right there, and I reposition that so it looks real nice. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my shift key and click on both objects to copy both objects at once, and then I click copy and then paste. So I now should have a copy of both my text box and that little background box, and I'm going to move it to the right by holding down the shift key and the arrow key simultaneously. Now I moved the text a little bit too far to the right, so I'm going to nudge it back over to the left using the shift key and once again the left arrow key. All right, so I have all my content now on my page, and again I'm going to save that just so I don't lose my changes, and also I'm going to update this content section in just a second. Now I'm ready to show you how to kind of use this first page that I created as a template across the website, so you don't have to continually recreate each page. This is more or less the look I want for the About and Contact page, but since I haven't done anything with them yet, and you click View Site and you go to the live site, click on About or Contact, you can see that the original design is still in place on those pages. So let me show you how you tackle that little problem. You just go to each of those pages, Contact and About, you click on File, and you just hit Delete and then confirm you want to delete those pages. So we're going to just get rid of both of them. Do the same thing for the About page. Hopefully you can follow that. And now what we'll do is we'll create a new copy of this page. So File, New, and then you can choose Copy Page and make sure you select Home. And then you can just name that About, for example, and click the Create Page button. Now once you've made that copy, just go up here and make the changes to your content section. So About our company, and then you can fill in the different information about your company. You can create kind of a unique layout for this page. So in my design, what I did was I kind of created a little bit different layout for the About Us page than we have on the home page. I made just one box instead of two in the middle, just like what I'm doing now. And then I took, let me just go grab that content that I used, and then I took some of the content and I pasted it. I'm hitting Command V on my Mac, by the way, I don't, if you want to know. And then I resize my text box just like that. I centered it up using my guidelines and shored it up a little bit if I didn't want more of that kind of background area. And that makes a nice little thing about our company. I want to move it up the page, so I'm going to hold Shift and click another item to choose multiple objects at the same time, and then Shift and the up arrow key to nudge up 10 pixels at a time. So that's my About Us page, created pretty easily, and that's cool. I click Save, and then the next thing that I want to do is create my form on my contact page. Well, first let me create the contact page by clicking File, New, and then I'm going to make a copy of my About page. I'm going to call that Contact because I want my contact page to look a bit like my About page. So I'm going to say Contact Us. And then I'm going to add my form into this section. So I need a little more room, so I'm going to hold down the Shift key and select multiple objects, and then hold down the Shift key and use the down arrow key to create a little bit of space. And I'm going to use the handle here on the box to get a lot more space. I'm going to delete this text. And now I'm going to save my changes just for good measure. I go over to Apps, and I'm going to click on Forms, and what I'm going to do is add a form into here. But in order to access the forums, what you'll have to do is upgrade to a Pro or Pro Plus account from your free account. Forums are not included in the free option at WebStarts. So I guess what I'll do is I'll stop here and I'll let you get to that point. It's really easy to build the form when you do get in there. This is a free account though, so it doesn't have the form option available. You'd have to upgrade for that. But you can see that when I click save and then I view my site, I can navigate right through my site now and I can see all my different content. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave comments. Don't forget to visit webstarts.com and also subscribe to this video to see more helpful videos, not on just how to build websites, design your page layouts, but also market your website online, search engine optimization, and a whole lot more.